Good with Sporty King, and it's time for your second serving of Gift Friday. But you know what? I always say goodness because I don't know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But isn't it great to have good in front of your salutation? Yes, welcome to Gift Friday. You see, so often we hear people say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I say, what a Lord does Friday have to the person who took their last breath on Thursday? So I use what I learned through Psalm 92:2. And that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. Therefore, instead of using TGIF, I use TGIT. Thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. Thus, I get to add the lesson from Matthew 6:34. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble are enough for today. Thank God it's today. Yes, darkness always precedes the light. Thus, I offer first another use for TGIF, and that is trusting God is free. Trusting God is free. Think about it. What does it cost you to be blessed with the greatest gift of the day? Waking up. Doesn't cost you a dime. And that still moves us to realizing that if we did a little bit of math, if we do a little subtraction, let's take the T from in front of TGIF and add it to the back, and we get GIFT. And what we should be giving God thanks for all the time, and that is the gift of today, GIFT. You see, God is for today. Gift Friday is the online sharing of one of my original poems or poetic messages, and its possible uses to inspire audiences online, in person, or in spirit, because we need to have something coming from within to share it best without. Each poem or message will then be my gift to you. So here you hear me read and share this week's gift. And if you like a free copy, a free keepsake copy, I'll download it in Facebook and LinkedIn so that you can get your own colorful keepsake copy. Okay, this week I've chosen a poem that I found years ago on the internet, which I'll use to thank those who gave their lives for our country and deserve to be celebrated on this Memorial Day weekend. In the poem, I use the term service member as I talk about the branches, because we tend to just say soldiers, but it's the service members. And I'll plug in the service member name, and then I'll flash on the screen and read one of my 4 affirmations, which I will post today, which breaks down one of the 5 branches that I serve. You'll see when I get to it. Now, affirmations are those in the opening. The affirmations are going to be those that are in the opening of my book, Affirmations, which I dedicated to my military family. I dedicate this book to my military family because with all the acronyms they have to remember, remembering to keep their lives together impresses me the most. So today's gift is the final inspection. The Airmen, Air Force, allowed introspective reward while facing outside resistance, then caressed empowerment. The service member stood and faced God, which must always come to pass. He hoped his shoes were shining just as brightly as his brass. Step forward, soldier. The Army, ARMY, attracted resiliency, made you safe. Step forward, soldier. How shall I deal with you? Have you always turned the other cheek? To my church have you been true? The Marine, MARINE, marched anonymously, remembered individually for neutralizing the enemy. The Marine squared his shoulders and said, "No, Lord, I guess I ain't." Because those of us who carry guns can't always be a saint. I've had to work most Sundays, and at times my talk was tough. And sometimes I've been violent because the world is awfully rough. But I never took a penny that wasn't mine to keep, though I worked a lot of overtime when the bills just got too steep. And I never passed a cry for help though at times I shook with fear. And sometimes, God, forgive me. I've wept unmanly tears. I know I don't deserve a place among the people here. They never wanted me around except to calm their fears. If you've a place for me here, Lord, it needn't be so grand. I never expected or had too much, but if you don't, I'll understand. There was silence all around the throne while the saints had often rod, as the sailor, Navy, navigated another victory for you, as the sailor waited quietly for the judgment of his God. Step forward now, you service member. You've borne your burdens well. Walk peacefully on heaven's streets. You've done your time in hell. That poem is by the great Anonymous, one of my favorite people. But look, everybody, have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Continue to pass every inspection as you enjoy and share your seat, as you keep your case open with God as your guiding light. If you'd like a copy to enjoy and share and keep a copy of the poem, I'll be dropping it in Facebook or LinkedIn in the thread. And then you can find the book, Affirmations, at the link or by copying the QR code, which you can also use to subscribe to my monthly fun letter, The Golden Brick Road. It's a free subscription, and you'll see that right on the first page. I'm Sporty King, and I wish you a happy Gift Friday. And of course, remember that God is for today. Yet, for my final word, as I always say, God is for today. Yet for my final word, as I always say to my military audiences, there's a high calling on your lives as military families. America asks you to turn your emotions on and off at the drop of an order, and you do it. But have you ever given yourself credit for it? Give yourselves a pat on the back. So not only do I thank you for your service, I thank you for answering the call. God bless you, everybody. Have a safe and festive Memorial Day weekend, remembering those who gave their lives in service of our country. I'm Sporty King. Ciao.